Camavinga shimmies away from Grealish. Big deflection. Real Madrid level. Eduardo Camavinga.
From refugee camps to Real Madrid, this is the story of a young man who endured the worst conditions, worked tirelessly, and reached stardom at just 22 years old. He is Eduardo Camavinga, the French talent of African descent, one of the brightest rising stars in football today. In this video, we'll share his inspiring journey and facts about Eduardo Camavinga. Camavinga was born on November 10, 2002, in a refugee camp in Mikonge, Angola, after his family fled the difficult and unstable conditions in Congo due to the civil war. His father, Celestino, worked in a pig slaughterhouse, and his mother was a homemaker. Eduardo has 2 brothers and 2 sisters. His family later migrated to France, specifically to the city of Lille. In his early childhood, Eduardo was not initially focused on football. Instead, he had a passion for judo, which he practiced regularly, even showing impressive skills in the sport. He was close to becoming a professional in judo, but his mother intervened, wanting him to play football instead of judo. One of the main reasons for this, amusingly enough, was because Eduardo often broke things in the house while practicing judo moves. Despite his love for judo, it didn't stop him from taking football seriously as well. At the age of 7, his mother enrolled him in a local football club called Drapeau de Fougères, where he took his first steps in the sport. Camavinga recalls not needing a coach at first. "I just took the ball and started playing. The kids my age were trying to get the ball from me, but I dribbled past them and kicked the ball over the fence. I ruined their game on my first day with them." In 2013, at the age of 11, his father took him to take a test at Rennes, where he was accepted into the club's academy. This brought joy to his family, but their happiness was short-lived as tragedy struck when their house burned down, destroying most of their belongings. The father said to his son, "You are now the hope of this family," and on. Camavinga remembers the fire clearly. "It felt like it happened yesterday. I was at school, and through the window I saw firefighters passing by. After class, the teachers came to my little sister and me and told us about the fire. My father came and took us to see the house. Everything was destroyed." The day after the fire, Camavinga still went to training, as football was his escape. He recalls his father's words, "He told me that I would rebuild the house because I was the family's hope, but I was just 11 years old, so I laughed at the time. However, as I grew older and thought about it more, I realized how serious my father was about my potential." At first, Camavinga felt too young to shoulder the responsibility his father placed on him, but his belief in his talent drove him to excel at Rennes Academy. He quickly progressed through the youth ranks and made it to the first team at just 16 years old. Day by day, he proved that he was one of the most promising talents in football, catching the attention of many top European clubs. But only one club won the race, Real Madrid, which signed the talented Camavinga in the summer of 2020. On the international team, after gaining French citizenship in 2019, Camavinga was called up to the French U21 team. In 2022, he had the opportunity to represent the senior national team, where he played several matches and scored 1 goal. Camavinga's young age and exceptional talent have made him the holder of numerous records, many starting with the word youngest. For example, he became the youngest player to ever appear for Rennes at 16 years and 4 months. He also became the youngest player to provide an assist in the history of Ligue 1, earning him a spot in the Guinness World Records. Additionally, he became the youngest player to be called up to the French national team since 1932, and the youngest to score for France since 1914, netting his first goal in a match against Ukraine. In the summer of 2019, Camavinga's market value was estimated at just 4 million euros. However, due to his continuous outstanding performances with Rennes, his value soared, reaching 42 million euros by January 2021. On a personal level, Eduardo Camavinga is a devout Christian. Despite his wealth, he still lives with his parents and has not married or entered into any public relationships yet. As for his hobbies, the young midfielder enjoys playing video games and listening to music. When it comes to role models, Camavinga has mentioned that his fellow countryman, Paul Pogba, is one of the players he looks up to. He said, I've been greatly influenced by Pogba. He's a fantastic player with a remarkable career. Interestingly, Camavinga is often referred to as the new Pogba in French football circles. Camavinga's move to Real Madrid stirred quite a bit of controversy, as he was a target for several clubs, including Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain. PSG even took serious steps to sign him, offering him a substantial salary. It was said that Real Madrid's president, Florentino Perez, completed the Camavinga deal as a form of revenge against PSG and its president, Nasser Al-Khelaifi, who had been difficult to negotiate with during Real Madrid's attempts to sign Kylian Mbappe. For Camavinga, his reasons for choosing Real Madrid were personal, as he said, "Playing for Real Madrid has been my dream since I was a child. Every player wants to play for this club." With Real Madrid, Camavinga has already achieved numerous titles, including 2 La Liga titles and 2 UEFA Champions League titles. On the international level, Camavinga reached the World Cup final with France in Qatar, where they lost to Argentina. His current market value is estimated at 100 million euros. Eduardo Camavinga is a living example of how determination and perseverance can overcome any challenges. From refugee camps to the legendary Santiago Bernabeu, Camavinga's journey to success is nothing short of remarkable, and he continues to write new chapters in his career. And that's the end of today's story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to support us by liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more inspiring success stories.